Hustle mode is on. Snapping necks and cashing checks. This is Adam Bailey, Select Homes, Wichita, Kansas. I have been requested to go ahead and throw a rant out there. Some of you guys asked, where have I been? Am I hiding in the ISA bunker? What I got brewing? What's going on? So I said, let's do this. I will turn hustle mode on. I do apologize. I've been a little silent. We're trying to get new products to the marketplace. Our business is exploding and expanding here at Select Homes, and I couldn't be more ecstatic to be in the position and working in the team environment like I am today. Yes, in December, I did have my first child. I had a little baby boy by the name of Lincoln. So let's do this. All right, teamwork, baby. This is what we do. So let's go ahead. I know some of you guys are really inquiring, how did we finish in 2014? Some of you guys have reached out to me. Some of you guys are in the inside sales group. Some of you guys feverishly follow me, and so you know what we did. But, we didn't hit our mark. I said publicly we're going to close 1,000 units this year with 25 agents, 3 transaction coordinators, 3 listing coordinators, okay, and 4 ISAs. But I chose culture over numbers, and at the end of the day, I want people to be happy, and I want them to come in, and it's not all about the numbers, and it's about family and our core values and the things that we stand for at Select Homes. But we still closed 951 transactions in 2014, right around 125 million. That's teamwork. So if you want to break that down, 54% of that business was buyer business. 46% of that business was listing business. I know some of you guys, all you run is buyer teams. Some of you, ladies and gentlemen, all you run is listing teams. Now, if you're really wanting to dominate your market and have a profitable business, you need to run a balanced business with buyers and sellers, okay? But before you can dominate your market, you're going to have to start to dominate yourself, your own behaviors, time management, and focus on the activities, and look at your real estate company not as a real estate company, but as a training ground to develop not followers or other agents, but to develop other leaders. Let's look at what our buyer agents had executed confirmed appointments that they went on in 2014. At the bottom across the yellow line, you can see buyer appointments. That's pretty simple. Right under 1,200 appointments is what our buyer agents had went on. BC, now this is buyer agencies, buyer contract, buyer commitments, and our agents had gotten 896 professional hires commitments from buyers. We did pin 486, so good job to them, and we closed 520. And a lot of you guys know that I'm big on buyer agency, and it's like, Adam, I've heard you say that you won't work with a buyer, represent a buyer, or even get out in the field with them until they hire you. Yes, without a doubt. But we've brought on a lot of new agents, and there's also the old school mentality with the 50, 55 age bracket and above that's old school, and they're not going to sign a damn thing. They're going to tell you, if you keep your commitment, your word, and your promise on a wink and a nod and a handshake, I'm going to keep my word and promise and do business with you. And so that's where the other closings had come from as a transaction broker and not represented with buyer agency. Okay, so let's see what our listing agents had executed. We went on, executed, not set, executed with all of our inbound efforts and outbound efforts. With about 6 listing agents, they went on 1,259 listing appointments, okay? Listings taken was around 584, or was 584. Listings sold was exactly 431. Okay, and I've been pretty open and flamboyant with our numbers, and I've had some discussions with some of you guys. Well, my listing appointments to listing taken is 80-90% ratio. Well, that's fantastic because you don't market really, and at the end of the day, if you are marketing, it's more to a niche market. Okay, and we take the mass media approach. We look at ourselves not as really real estate agents and the upper management team, but we are marketers. So we're exhausting and vetting out all avenues within marketing: radio, okay, internet, postcards, outbound calls. Any type of piece of real estate marketing, we are executing. And so if you can get a 48% to 52% listing appointment to listing taken ratio, better eat that up all day long, because that's profitable for you in a mass media approach. And there's a lot of other things that I didn't mention in terms of marketing. If you got more questions about them, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to explain some of that stuff to you. So here's a big topic: inside sales agents, ISAs. So grand total dials, we dialed right under or right over 127,000 dials. Connects was right under 18,000. Valid conversations right around 14,000. Pre-approval attempts, yes, these are executed in terms of where you work, where you currently live, how much you make, what do you pay in rent, what's your mortgage, what's your social security number, because we're basically teeing everything up for the lender for them to call and confirm. And I have people say, well, why do I need to fill out a pre-approval attempt anyways? Isn't that the lender's job? I got people that will take care of this for me. It's more of a psychological mindset, because if you can take somebody's information and you're sincere with helping them, and they gave you a piece of valuable information, which is their social security number, they're probably going to answer your phone when you call them back, or the lender calls them back, because there's a lot of time wasting vampires in this industry. And this was one of them, when I used to write on a sticky note piece of paper, take to my lender, email, and then I'm following up with the client. Did you get a hold of the lender? And can't get a hold of them. And then I'm following up with the lender. Did you get a hold of the prospect? And they're blaming it on each other. The motivation had died with the sense of urgency that I created. So if I can demonstrate leadership, position myself, and extract that information, I know who's committed and who isn't. And at the end of the day, your conversion number for your agents and your ISAs will skyrocket through the roof. We set 611 buyer appointments, and my ISAs can't set buyer appointments unless they're pre-approved, or they've confirmed with us that they're pre-approved. That means they have to send in a pre-approval letter. We have to call and confirm with their lender, or they have to get pre-approved in-house with us, okay? Because I'm not trying to waste my buyer agent's time where they come into the meeting, into a buyer consultation, or they got to do the buyer consultation out in the field, which is a no-no anyways. But then they go through the whole spill of needs, wants analysis, and the lender comes in, gets some information, and you build a list of homes you want to look at. About 30, 40 minutes into it, and then the listing agent has to come and tell them face-to-face they're declined, right? So if you have a skill set and practice real estate business and client care services at a high level, get these people pre-approved, protect your buyer agent's time. You don't want to even waste the suspects or prospects' time either. Protect their time and move on about your business. Listing appointments, we set 497. Qualified listing appointments. When I talk about qualified, we ask about 25 to 27 questions. And then we just set it on our buyers or listing agents' calendar, and they just show up and present one step close. Now, we did move. We opened a new location. We are exploding and expanding here at Select Homes. It's exciting. We're off on about 100 appointments, and I don't know how that really mixes with buyer or listing agents, but in the transition of the move, we really wasn't adding stuff to our spreadsheets. So going back in with another spreadsheet that I have, we're right around about 1,200 to 1,250 appointments. That was set for 2014. Every 12 and a half conversations that we have on our call center, we're setting a buyer or listing appointment, qualified, not appointment, but a qualified pre-approved appointment or a qualified listing appointment. Okay. Now, what's this call center? What's a client care resource center? We're open from 8 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night with outbound calls, answering live chat, doing research, assisting agents, whatever it may be to help get a client serviced into the finish line and to fulfill a need with them, because not all of your data within a database wants to talk to an agent right now. They want simple answers and or in-depth answers. And yes, we have ISAs that are licensed to be able to do that research and deliver that information. And it's all about building trust. It's harder to earn trust in today's day and age than ever before. And on an internet lead, it takes 6, 7, 8 months to be able to convert these people. We have stuff we're converting that are 2, 3, 4 years out when we started building buyer business and seller business. But we've stayed in contact with them, come from a customer service angle, added value, always talked about the benefits. And you don't have to be good or great. You just have to have somebody available, and we delivered. And so we have mind share with them. Mind share. And then when they think real estate and they've been using our website for a few years, they're like, crap, I have no other choice but to give Select Homes a shot. Just do it. All right. So what's the percent look like that I broke down earlier on another slide? The buyer agents closed 520 homes, 65 million. Yeah, love them. We have about today about 20 buyer agents. Great team, culture's intact. They learn together, they think together, and they create together. And I'll put them up against most of the people in the country in terms of expert status. What do our listing agents do? These are the sharks within our industry. 6 of them, 5 to 6 of them, closed 431 homes at 59 million. Give it up for the sharks. Killing it. All right, so we was off our market in 2014, and some of you guys have said, hey, we know what you did in 2014. What's up in 2015? I'm going to be conservative here, and I'm talking conservative, even though we missed 2014. I believe in good to great, and we had to figure out who, then what, and we had to pull the bus over and have a few people get off the bus and have some new people get on the bus to achieve 1,100 units in 2015. Stretch goal is 1,200, and we are expanding into some other markets. We're doing some exciting things. So I think 1,200 is realistic. 1,100 is conservative. All right? Step your game up, baby. Let's do this. Snapping necks and cashing checks. Who's up to keep up with us? Let's do it. Just do it. We believe in teams. You're not going to be able to compete with 1, 2, 3 people. You're going to have to build departments, assembly line real estate, and you're going to have to believe in a team, and you need to strive for we instead of I. So it's like, what is a team? And some people have formulated a group of people together that they call a team, and I'm sorry to tell you, that's not a functioning team. A definition of a team is an elite number of people with complementary skills who are committed to a common purpose, set of performance goals, and approach for which they hold themselves mutually accountable for on a daily basis, week in and week out, month in and month out, without fail, baby. Step your game up. That's what a team is. It's shared commitment to purpose and the goals. It's working together, mutual accountability, peer-to-peer accountability, open discussions on how to improve, how to make your systems better, how to cut costs, how are you going to deliver outstanding customer service? Because at the end of the day, none of this matters unless you're servicing the client at a high level. And you have to disagree and commit. And at the end of the day, the commitment is where it's all at. A set of values that fostering really listening to one another. Just like put your ego aside and listen to your peers, listen to the client, and what's going to be best for your team. Respond constructively with your input. Providing support is huge within our organization, and it goes back to learning together, thinking together, and we'll without a doubt create together. And it's not about management taking all the credit. It's not about the people at the top taking the credit. It's about giving the credit to others for their achievements, whether it's your staff members, your transactions department, your listings department, your marketing department, whether it's management, whoever it may be, give credit to them. They are a reflection of the team. They are the team. So working groups versus teams. Some of you guys have messaged me and you're inquiring about a team and you're like, well, I have a team. I have some people that work together. And when I really kind of get into psychology and the functions and the systems and how things are put together, I hate to tell you, but you're just a group of people working together. You're a strong leader, yes. You're clearly focused. You're individually accountable, and you have individually people working on individual things, but you're not a team. A team is shared leadership, shared roles and responsibility. We have a management team where I get together with about, depending on where we're at with our growth, with about 8 to 12 people every Tuesday. And we vet out ideas, problems, we take votes, it's shared leadership. We do this together. And then we have a corporate team with about another X amount of partners or other individuals where we're synced in and we're doing the same thing to disagree, to commit to the future of our clients, our peers, and the future of the company. Team purpose is defined by the team itself, not an individual with collective work. And when you move to the team model, you'll take a big dip down, and then the pendulum swing will happen. You'll come up to a potential team, and then you'll turn into a real team. And then where it's at in terms of delivering the best service for your clients is performing at the highest level possible in terms of the value and benefits for your clients, because it's not about the money you can make. It's not about the units your agents can close. It's none of that stuff. It's about the value and the benefits and the systems and the expedited experience that you can deliver to your client. But before you can get to the highest level at achieving, each department, not just the team, but each department's going to go through some forming, storming. It'll be a norming stage, and you'll have your ups and downs of failures. You'll perform, and then there's going to be a journey. You're going to have people leave your team. You're going to have people think they can go do it better and more sophisticated or whatever it may be, and so you have to have training in place for ISAs. You have to have training in place for transaction coordinators, listing coordinators, training for the management team in terms of mindset to demonstrate leadership, to keep a great grasp of your culture. You'll experience all of this to be able to perform at a high level. Forming is being able to define goals. Here's a nice snapshot of our call center. You got to be able to outline the tasks, reviewing procedures, get acquainted. Get to know your people, and we're not in a transactional business, even though it feels like that some days. But at the end of the day, get to know your peers, stay optimized with your clients, because these people in this picture, they're building relationships like what I had referenced earlier for like 4 or 5 years. Understand the leadership within each department and the members and roles, and get clarity on all that. Stormy, you're going to have conflict over work behaviors, conflict over goals, conflict over vision, responsibilities. There's going to be strong feelings, and you want everybody to be able to express themselves, and you need everybody to put their voice on the table, but you have to go with the most sound, best solution that's going to work for your clients and the team. Norming, setting of rules and norms this is pretty easy. Establishing a culture, accepting behaviors, but saying we have great culture is kind of a little flippant, because it's easier said than done. And at any given time, somebody can walk into your business, spend a week there, and they'll know if you have a good culture or not. A culture will make or break your company. And that's the number one thing that I focus on within our organization. A lot of people say I'm some marketer guy, or I'm a speaker, or I'm a great ISA person, or I'm a great buyer agent leader, or whatever. I'm a great leader, yes, within our culture. If our culture is intact, everything else can be conditioned, trained, taught, and the chips will fall where they may. And so take care of your culture and everything else will work, and then you'll be able to perform at a high level effectively and efficiently, everybody accepting their roles and responsibilities, and they'll have clarity, and mindset feeds off clarity. And if you got clarity, you have good mindset, you're going to have good habits, and you'll be able to work in a collaborative environment, and you'll be able to deliver within your marketplace because you dominated yourself. And once you start to dominate yourself, you'll be able to dominate your market. Commit to a common purpose, and you need to figure out what that common purpose is. And then you need to hold your people accountable. You can have a great culture, but I'll tell you right now, popular leaders don't last long. I have a living, breathing conversion number with every single ISA, every single buyer agent, and we do the same with our listing agents, and we do the same exact things in terms of measurable and duplicatable in terms of our transactional business, because yes, we did in 10th in the nation transactions. 2013, 2012 was 11th, and it all comes with accountability, okay? And I didn't get too much into that spreadsheet and how I break down each agent and a living, breathing conversion number within all aspects of the business. But if that's something you're interested in, reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to explain that to you. Once an individual within the team model starts to think they're more valuable than the team, and I don't care if it's a leader at the top, a lead buyer agent that's leading 20 people, a lead ISA, whatever, they'll run themselves ragged. They won't last, okay? Within the team, and if you don't value yourself higher than your peer and everything is as equal, even though they know respect, who's a leader, who's in charge, it gives them direction. They feel confident. You can pick up momentum, and once they can weigh in with it, with what's going on, and have say of the future of the company, and they feel like they have a sounding board and you're really listening to them and making tweaks from group's input, they'll commit. If they don't, they'll run themselves ragged. You need a clear communicator within the team. There has to be a clear person that's always articulating where we are at today, where we are going tomorrow, what's training look like today. And this is the biggest damn thing that I see wrong with real estate. Everybody wants an ISA, everybody wants a team, but nobody wants to do the hard stuff day in and day out to really lead people. Right? And we see all this Facebook posts and motivational stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a bunch of baloney. Step up, lead your people, do what's necessary, and if you're doing the blue-collar work, your people will do the same thing. But if you're sitting on your ass and you're just sitting there, giving a bunch of theory and telling them what they need to do, like, they're not going to freaking do it. I'll go scrub our freaking toilets, okay? I will do something 10 times before I ask you to do it, and I can probably do it 10 times better than you can ever do it, and they'll respect that. Maintain a team of focus on achieving results, and that's what it's all about. How do you expect other people to focus on activities, or they're going to take your training sincere if you don't do it alongside with them as a leader? Step your game up and just do it. Within every team model, you need a mix of technicians, people that are have the functional expertise mastered. You need the salespeople within the interpersonal relationships that's out there in the field, and align with needs, wants, and desires, and helping them really solve what they're really looking to do, and then making decisions. And there needs to be a complementary mix, and it's just a vicious cycle. It's repetition. Specific and real work for all members. Not one person is going to be Freddie the freeloader, especially within our environment. We do it together. We all pull our weight and we commit. No excuses. What's our group goals? I've showed you our group goals. We have weekly meetings. We have monthly, quarterly number meetings, and we know where we're at, and we know where we're going, and we give rewards out and recognition. And some of you guys track us on Facebook, and there's no hype to it. There's no smoking mirrors. It's real. Our numbers are real. Just go check them out, the Wall Street Journal. Pick the phone up and call our people. The culture is thriving and surviving, and it's a freaking awesome opportunity to work inside of that type of environment. And I suggest that's the way you go. And if you have questions, give me a call. I'd be more than happy to help you out with setting up this type of culture, these systems, whatever it may be. But it all starts with the 5 dysfunctions of a team. And I'll burn through this real quick. I know you guys are probably falling asleep. Wake up. But let's get through this, and we're done. We just did it. So the 5 dysfunctions of a team is something I fully believe in. All right. If you don't have trust in each of your team members, each department, you're not going to be able to let go, because you're going to control your clients. You're going to control setting up the inspections. You're going to control setting up closings. You're just not going to have trust. And if you don't have trust, you're going to fear conflict. If you don't trust somebody, then you're not going to have conflict with them. And you need to be able to have good, healthy conflict to vet out decisions with the company. But that's never going to happen, because you're never going to be vulnerable. You're never going to have artificial harmony with this person if you have fear of conflict with them. And if you don't have conflict, then you're never going to get to this next level, which is commitment that you have heard me talk about. There'll be lack of commitment. There'll be excuses. We got bad leads. You'll blame it on Susie and Johnny down the hallway. They'll never take full responsibility, and they'll never commit to their families. They'll never commit to their self. They'll blame it on everything other than them. And if they're doing that, they're damn sure not going to be accountable. They're going to avoid accountability. Nobody's probably going to hold them accountable. They'll have low-ass standards, low income. And at the end of the day, that's a reflection of your leadership, and that comes with inattention to results, status, ego, somebody else's job. This is my company. I put the investments in, and all of this baloney. Let go of your status and ego. Give more back to your community, your clients, your agents, and do not build a celebrity status business. Build a brand and just do it.